want to export some items, we have been told by shippers that we need some certificate. Unless until we get certificate, we cannot export it. What to do? Please tell us. So today's topic is to answer those questions, because many laymen, they don't know. When they are talking the exports business gives a lot of dollars. Nowadays people are looking for the exports. Whenever they go for exports, some of the items they found that they need certain certification. Why? Some of the items, what are those items? Sometimes they ignore that thing, they straight away come to IAP because they are referring to IAP. This is nothing but the answer is hazmat, hazardous materials. What are the hazardous materials? So there is a definition for that. UN has defined hazards, the materials which can create hazards to the life, to the living elements, to the environment, to the aquas. Different way that definitions. Not necessarily always chemicals are hazardous. It may be some items which having spring, heavily loaded spring, that is can be also hazardous, which can have a danger to the human body, to the animal life, to the environment, so many ways. So to understand that thing, that needs standardizations. Many people may say, no, this is not hazardous. Some people say, no, this is hazardous. After sending this transport container, when you are returning it back, you need to have the packaging dimension similar so that it can be accommodated again. Problem started when every country started his own standard for this type of packaging. They are saying, this is my standard. When I'm exporting, you have to accept that. It has happened in Europe. Some consignment with the dangerous cargoes, so-called as per standard of the Netherlands, they have exported to England. When it has been exported to England people said, oh, no, we cannot accept it because our standards is something else which is not matching. You have to change this thing. So matter is not ending easily. It has gone to the convention, UN convention, people have shouted. European people have been divided on this issue in two different ends. Lot of things happened on that. So people started thinking, now we need a standardization. So when he is saying this, they say that we cannot be happen like that. After that, the standardization, that thing has been thought over, and UN convention, they have given all the things under UN book. Definition, what is hazmat, what is hazardous materials, what is the UN number for that has been given for all materials, have been defined the dangerous category, danger 1, danger 2, danger 3, like that. How to define the danger 1, flash points, density, vapor density, toxicity, explosives, so many categories. Names are also categorized. We'll talk on that. Those items are coming under those categories, it will be appeared in UN book. Once it is appeared in the UN book, obviously you have to follow what UN certification process says, that standard says, that type of packaging you have to use. What type of packaging material to be used? Next question, that is also given there. These are the different packaging materials you can use. Next question, how to accept it? After that, you have to do testing. You have to do testing of those packaging materials. If it is passing, then it will be acceptable. Now, if it is passed, how to know this passed? Then competent authority who will be giving this certificate after passing. So, what has happened? United Nations countries, they have defined their competent authority in every country, and those competent authority they can issue this certificate. It's called UN certificate on dangerous packaging. After doing testing, after passing the testing, those UN certificate will be issued. So we are talking on that part. So what are the tests? That everything comes on that certification process, how to accept the samples, what is the sampling process, and who are eligible to get the certificate. Is it exporters? Is it manufacturers or packaging materials manufacturer? That thing's coming in my presentation. I am coming to that. So I started with that story, but that story ended with the UN convention and UN certification. You have to say how much loss to the people who are bodied in. You are sending the many material by air also. See, one aircraft loss, how much loss it could be. So this is the reason that how to save the life, protect property from loss and damage, to facilitate smooth movement, to protect quality of environment by preventing or minimizing damage to environment. Many people without knowing handling the packages, without knowing this is a toxic material. Pesticides, for example, I am giving you. Peroxide, for example, I am giving. Without knowing, they have opened the empty hand without gloves. They have spoiled their hands. Toxicity of different categories. Dermatotoxicity, inhaled toxicity. So you don't know, then you will be in big soup. So it is our responsibility to make packaging as per regulation to protect the life of the people, those who are handling, those who are doing packaging, those who are using, those who are storing, everywhere. To ensure product safety and misuse of the products. I have seen very recently, it has happened in Bihar. You must have seen the news. The midday meal they have taken, and that they found some pesticides in the package itself which has been used. We don't know. It may happen that empty packages of the pesticides, they have not seen, they have used it and kept something. By the reusing of the product, it may happen that it has kept in the package which is a pesticide packet. Contamination, that is what I am saying. The chances of this contamination may be so many ways if you don't know all the systems of handling, storage and process of packaging of hazardous chemicals. Next, hazmat. What is hazmat? It can create danger to environment, aquatic life, animal life, human life, non-living things like sheep, port and areas and factories. Everything comes under that. In Shivkashi, one news came, I have seen that it exploded many factories in one night. Why it has happened? This is nothing, this is a hazardous material. It has to be stored, packaged, handled properly. There is a system, regulation to be followed. I am saying not only domestic but also export also. Hazardous materials doesn't mean only chemicals. Many people said dangerous chemicals. Not necessarily dangerous chemicals. Many people are using certain paints, certain perfumes. This is also coming under hazardous because they are using certain gases which is coming under hazardous. It is mentioned in the UN book. That is why I am saying, if you are thinking that I am making the perfumes, so what is the hazards people are using? Yes, if you see the UN book, it is coming under that category. You have to go and do the packaging accordingly. Please, you have to follow it.